Welcome to this explainer. We're going to skip the fluff and get right to the technical data you need right now for your job site. Okay, let's get right into it. What's the pot life for type S resin when it's 17 degrees Celsius outside? I mean, this is a super specific question, right? And you're probably asking because you're out in the field needing a solid number to plan your work. So let's get you that number. So here it is, the straight up answer you need to plan your work. We're talking about a 40-minute window. That's your magic number. Yep, 40 minutes. For a standard 300 ml batch, that's your pot life, your working time. It's the window you've got from the second you mix it to when you need to have it in place. Simple as that. Okay, but can you really trust that number? Is it just a guess? Absolutely not. This comes straight from the official data. Let's take a quick peek at the science behind it so you know this 40-minute window is legit. And check this out. This table really lays it all out for us. The official data sheet says at 20 degrees, you've got about 32 minutes. Way down at 5 degrees, it's a whopping 73 minutes. So you can see how our 40 minutes at 17 degrees fits right in there. It's all part of a clear, predictable trend. So here's the key takeaway, the rule of thumb you can bank on. The colder it gets, the slower that chemical reaction is. For every single degree the temperature drops, you gain about 2.5 to 3 extra minutes of work time. It's a super consistent and reliable trend. All right, now this is really, really important. Hitting that 40-minute mark isn't just magic. It only happens if you follow the mixing rules to the letter. These are your non-negotiables. You can't cut corners here. And the biggest rule? The ratio. It has to be exactly 2-to-1 by volume. So 2 parts resin, that's component B, to 1 part hardener, which is component A. If you eyeball it or get this wrong, you're going to throw the whole chemical reaction off. And that messes with your working time and the final strength of the cure. And here's a massive heads up. That 40-minute time is based on a small batch, just 300 mils. If you're mixing up a huge bucket of this stuff for a big job, watch out. The mix creates its own heat. It's called an exothermic reaction, and it's like a runaway train. It'll build up heat fast, and your pot life will shrink a lot. But you know, a real job site is never that simple, right? The air temperature is just one piece of the puzzle. We've got to talk about the other temperature factors that can make or break your job. And this is a huge one to remember. The air temperature, yeah, that affects your resin cans before you even start. But the real boss here is the temperature of the pipe itself. That's what's going to dictate your working time and maybe even more importantly, how long it takes to fully cure. So think about this trade-off. If the pipe is colder than the air, say it's been underground, it's going to cool down your resin mix. That means you get a little more working time, which is nice. But, and this is a big but, that cold pipe will also slow your final cure time way, way down. You've got to factor that into your schedule or you'll be waiting around forever. Okay, but what about the flip side? What if you're working fast and 40 minutes is just too long? You need this stuff to go off quicker. Can you actually speed things up when it's 17 degrees out? You bet you can. The tech data sheet actually has a pro tip for this. You can mix your type S resin with either the type W winter resin or the type A accelerator. Doing that will speed everything up. You'll get a shorter pot life and a faster cure. It basically lets you customize the resin for your specific workflow. So, there you have it. You've got your 40 minutes at 17 degrees. But now you know it's not just a number. You know the science, you know the non-negotiable mixing rules, and you know how things like batch size and pipe temperature can change the game. You're all set to work with total confidence. So, is your mix ready?